morning, students. Welcome to another session with me, Abhishek Anand, on India's largest learning online platform, Unacademy. Quick introduction. This is Abhishek Anand. I did my graduation from SRCC, my MBA from IIM Bangalore. I worked for 5 years with a multinational financial institution before I took the plunge and joined the education industry. Last year, I co-authored a book with a batchmate of mine titled Acing WATs, GDs and Interviews for IIMs. This caters to the final round of selection to your top B school. Once you get a call from a B school, you have to prepare for WATs, interviews. So this caters to that, and so you need not wait for your calls to come out to reach out to this book. Ideally, this is for people who are starting from first year of college, because then you can make your profile which is suitable or apt for a B school. So what will you get on Unacademy? So first of all, there are one thing that you need to understand is that on Unacademy, all the educators, they take classes on two platforms, one on Unacademy's own platform and one on YouTube, what I'm doing right now. We conduct live classes, there are live tests and quizzes. The courses are highly structured. So if you go to Unacademy, so if you are not already on Unacademy, you're missing out on a lot. So kindly come to Unacademy at the earliest. There is lots of things to be explored which will not take any let's say cost from your side, but you'll see that there are lots of courses that we are learning which is highly structured, because all the teachers which are here, they're like experienced, been there, done that, and we know what it takes to clear an examination. We run extremely structured courses, and you get unlimited access to all the educators. So anybody who is on Unacademy, you get access to that teacher and to his or her content. As I said, go to Unacademy's app, download the app, explore the network. You see there are fantastic teachers with brilliant content. We take live classes. When we take live classes, we don't restrict ourselves to few topics. We on Unacademy, we cover entire syllabus. Full batch is being covered. So example, I am a part of a batch which is called Extreme IIM batch. Now the unique thing of this batch is all the educators are from IIM Bangalore. And in this particular batch, we would cover all the sections. We'll cover LRDI, we'll cover your English, and we'll cover Quant. Right? So right like that, there are many such batches that we run, targeting different exams, and we have different timings. We have weekend batch, weekday batches. Uh, Other Academy advantages are you get schedule that works for you. There are so many teachers, so many courses, batches running, that you will definitely find a schedule that works for you. There is no language barrier. If you're not comfortable with a particular language, you can come across a teacher who's taking class in a language that you are comfortable with. Also, there is no geographical barrier. You can learn from anytime, anywhere. All we need is a good internet connection. You get a chance to interact with your educators. So on YouTube, you can interact with the educators through chat box or the comment section. But if you come to Unacademy, the interaction there is much more vibrant, much more dynamic, and you get your doubts cleared if you are attending the class live. There are lots of tools which empowers the teacher. My personal favorite is answer live polls. So when I solve a question, I conduct polls through which I know whether which question is bothering my student, which is not, which is a good thing to have the knowledge of. As I said, there are live tests and quizzes. Unacademy has its own test series, right? So with detailed questions and analysis, and there's PDF and learning material. One common question that I'm asked is, how much time should I give to my CAT preparation? So for me, it is 1 year, right? Purely from academic point of view, because A, the content is, the syllabus is vast. Second, your competition is not just your batch writing exam for the first time. The main competition comes from retakers, people who are writing the exam for the second time, maybe even the third time. Every year you'll come across students who have, let's say, cleared baby IIMs, fresh IIMs, but they don't go for it because some of them they are targeting the top IIM. So that is my level of competition. Need that competition, you prepare a preparation. You may come across people who say that they clear exam in 2-3 months of preparation, which is also correct, but these are exceptions, not the norm. So you give it 1 year of preparation from academic point of view. From financial point of view also, it makes a lot of sense to go for a longer version of the product. So if you compare 12 months and 24 months pricing, the difference is of only 3,500. But if you go for only 1 month product, the fee is 3,500, the subscription. So it makes sense to go for a longer version of the product. Okay. So with that, we start the questions today. Today I'll do mix of questions. I'll do logical reasoning. I'll do some a bit of, let's say, data-driven logical reasoning. I'll do your decision making. All right. So let's start with the first question. Try to solve this. Take some time to solve this question. Two minutes to solve this question. These are condition-based questions. I've done quite a few practice questions this under the name panel. And these are all the questions that follow. So always make it a point that you read the entire set. These are the conditions, first question, these are the other questions. Okay. So, so in this questions, try to organize the information so that you don't have to waste time looking at them again and again, as in looking at the text again and again. So for example, you have doctors. So I like doctors here. Who are my doctors? A, B, C, D, and E. They're engineers. Who are my engineers? G, H, K, and L. And then teachers. Who are my teachers? M, N, O, P, Q, and R. So basically these are the broad categories: doctors, engineers, teachers, and then you have gender also. A, B are females, G, H are females, O, P, and Q are females. These conditions I won't make a note of. If you can, if you want, you can, because I can just simply look at them. If you have a male doctor, you can't have a female teacher, right? So this is, so broadly this is how I note my information. Now I don't have to look at the text again and again. Yeah. So this is how my information will look like. And I've also color coded here the female ones. The exam question, you can just underline them. So what do you think is the answer for number one?
the members of the team are. So in this, use the elimination one. So wherever there's a male doctor, there will not be a female teacher. So who are the male doctors? CD. So when we have CD, see a male doctor, either of any of the male doctor, right? So if you have any male doctor, you cannot have female teacher. So here you have male doctor, here you have male doctor, and here you have male doctor. So in these three cases, I'll check now. I should not have any female teacher. So do we have any of OPQ? Yes, we have OPQ, so this is out. Here we have D and we have OPQ, so this is also out. Here we have D, CD, and here also we have OPQ, so this is also out. So I know these three are out. The correct answer has to be this one, but you may still check. We don't have male doctors, so this does not apply, right? Uh, when there's a male engineer is K or L. Do you have K or L? No. So this is also does not apply. And the final is there shall not be more than two male teachers in any team. Doctors, then OPQ and GH male. So there should not be more than two male teachers. So now in this case, OPQ all were female. So this is therefore correct. But the simplest way to solve such question is to use elimination technique. Yeah. Okay. Give me the answer for number two. What will be the answer for number two? The team consists of doctors, one engineer, and follow the following. First of all, I use the doctor. Out. Doctor this when there is a male engineer, have K or L. So basically, if you have a male engineer, there will not be a female doctor. So now in all the four cases, we have male doctors, not have we have female doctors, cannot have male engineers. Wherever you have K or L, that will be out. Out. K or L, male doctor can't have a male. Now let's say there shall not be more than two male. Now two doctors. A team consists of two doctors. Do doctors for female does not apply. The only condition is you cannot have a doctors, one engineer. One engineer is also satisfied. And four teachers. Four teachers. All of the four are possible. Except okay, possible. One was easy. All this would be possible. This is possible was except we knew this was out. Here had two female engineer, male doctors, and a male engineer. This condition applied to this not possible. All of the following teams are possible except again except except. So you have female in all the cases. You should doctors out. First, apply these, eliminate. You have A and B. You have A and B. Can't have A or L. And doctors can't. B, 5. A and B are out. C and D. How do you decide? Consists of 3 doctors. Doctors all are male. There will not be a female. Can't have that P. This has to be checked once. E, all 3 of them can't have female, can't have O, A and L. Male engineers, so male doctors. Last question. Again, this step. Can't have G. Alright. Here I had male doctor, male doctor, all others are possible. Check, you can check. But in exams, do not. Once you get the elimination, get the answer. But right now, just to understand the practice, just our brain accustomed. But in exams, once you eliminate, be with them. Check option choice. Let's say 2 doctors, they are female. There is no condition. The only condition is if which. Now you can't have male engineer. Have male
Third condition was you cannot have more than two male teachers. Fine, possible. Get this one. A and B, male cannot have male, cannot have possible. Now you had male, are male doctors. You have OP are solve this question. Solve this question. knowledge on minutes. Six of average. Let's say if I ask you calculate the average of what is the average of 12, 8, what will be the of the average? Most of us, what will be average? Sum of observation, number of observations. Other concept, average. Average is what? Average is that value from which the deviation number line, from the average, there will be some values which are more than average. There will be some value which would be average. Get the deviation. Get what is the deviation from that point, both forward and backward, positive and that net value is always 0. That is what average is. Average is the net deviation is 0. How do I apply it here? The way I apply it here is I assume my average to be 70. I assume my average to be 70. Now how far is 12 from 70? What's the deviation of 12 from 70? 12 is minus 5 from 17. How far is 18 from 17? Plus 1. How far is 17 from 17? 0. How far is 16 from 17? Minus 1. How far is 21 from 17? Plus 4. Till now, what is my net deviation? Minus 1. If 17 was my average, 17 had been my average, my deviation should have been 0. But what is my deviation? My deviation is minus 1. 17 would not be my average. Average would be less than 17. How much less? Minus 1 upon 17 minus 1 upon 6. Because these are 1, 2, 3. No, these are 5 values. Sorry, 1, 2, 5 values. 17 minus 1 upon minus point, or the answer is these questions comes. This concept comes extreme solving data calculation of average. I have done these in my special class on Unacademy. Special class are version of Unacademy, but I've done this topic average and its application in my classes. Just go and watch there. Now try to apply the same logic and figure out the value of 12. Same value. Assume any value. So from 94 to 84, assume any value as average. Or let's say start by taking 100, assume 100 to be the average, then apply this concept. Right? Assume that take 100 as the average, just like I took in this question. I took 17 as the average, right? Guys, take 100 as the average, and what happens? What happens? Okay. How will we? Let us assume 100 to be average. Assume 100 to 100 is correct average. My net deviation both plus and minus from 100. Let's see. How far is 94 from 100? How far is 97 from 100? Minus 3. How far is 111 from 100? Plus 11. How far is 13 from 100? How far is 84 from 100? Net is minus 5. Net is minus 1. So if 100 would have been my correct average, my net deviation, my average is not 100, less than 100. So 100 minus 1 upon how many values for this? 5.2 again, or 9. Now this application becomes handy in solving average questions. I've done that. Go to Unacademy's, watch a second. Now let's apply the same logic. Apply the logic here. So let's say marketing, transfer is marketing. what were my number of employees beginning in marketing and in finance. Average was 35. My total, how much here? 105. 1050 was my total, and 600 the beginning. Right? This was without the transfer. Now, what happened when the transfer happened? Uh, Transfer between marketing and the transfer between marketing. As a result, the average of finance department increased by 1 year. Average increased by 1 year. Basically, for finance, the new average would be 21 into, because number of employees remained the same, came 6. And for marketing, basically here the net increase from 600 it went to 620. There is a net increase plus 20 in total. For marketing, if this plus 20 was resulted because of marketing, there will be a decrease, right? So what will be the decrease here? 1030, right? This here. After the transfer, this would, what would have happened? Finance, the total, if I were to get the total of ages, because the average is 30, it increased here the total would increase by 20, marketing by 30. This was the total. The scenario after one mutual transfer between finance and marketing would be that number of employees remained the same, but total of finance became 620 and marketing became. After this, what happened? After this, one person transferred from marketing to HR. That's it. This was a one-way transfer. What happened overall? Overall, marketing department average remained. Now, after this transfer to HR, after the transfer to HR, how many employees were remained with marketing? Marketing had 30. Now it will have 29, right? But it average became the same which was earlier, 35. 35 into 29 is 1015. So, before the transfer, marketing had total age of 103. After one person left, the total became 1015. What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? The total in the beginning was 1030. When one person left for HR, it became 1015, which means the person who left age was 50, child labor, right? So a person who was 15 years old moved to HR, and because this person moved to HR, average will change now of HR. HR current average of HR is 45. You are adding a value to it. What will happen to new average? Again, I've discussed this concept in my DI class. I've discussed this concept in my DI class. When this is an average and you are adding a value, the value of which is less than average, my average will fall. But how much will it fall? We've already done the deviation method, right? How far it is from 45? What is the deviation? Deviation 30. My new average would be 45 minus 30, and this 30 will get divided by how many people? Now how many people are? 5 plus 1, 6. 45 minus 5, which is 40. There is a other way also of doing it. Have done, HR would be 45 into 5 plus 15 divided by 6. Divided by 6. It will also give you the answer, but that is better. Similarly, you could have done this for here also. Similarly, you could have done here also. But it doesn't make sense to take time if for for, for average. Okay, all right. Let's solve next question. Now solve this. What is the approximate? This is not important as of now. Marketing to HR. Marketing to HR. So marketing, the average is HR, the average is 45. For lower average age department, for higher average age department. It says person promoted, transferred from department of average age department to a higher average age, allowance 10% of his additional allowance of 10% basic pay. Basically, let's say if I were to look at what is the gross pay, average gross pay of HR departments. Currently, the average gross pay of HR as of now is 5,000 plus 70% of 5,000. This is current average, which is 8,500. Now, this, what would have happened? Someone from marketing department whose basic pay was 8,000 and his allowance would be now, because he's coming from lower average department to a higher average department, how much? 90% allowance, it get added to 72, which is 15,200. 15,200 is something gets added. This, whatever this was my average. If this person who moved into, now one value gets added to it, which brings in a total of 15,200. Was my average gross pay. Now a new observation is added, the value of which is 15,200. When to a current average you add a value, the value which is current average, the average will, but with how much? Again, I use the concept of deviation. How much more is 15,200 from 8,500? Guys, 15,200, 8,500, this much more. This much more, the deviation. My new average would be 8,500 plus 1,000 upon 6. How many employees are there? 5 plus 1. This would be roughly, my average will increase by 8,500 plus 1,116. They are asking in the question, what is the percentage change? So this is the change. The percentage change will be this upon 85. 116 upon 85. Now, how to get the value of this? This also I have discussed at length in my introduction to DI, my special class. Again, version of Unacademy. I've discussed it there. Just that, right? So basically, you have to convert what 16 on 8500 fraction. The fraction value to percentage. I'm not going discussing that at length here because I've already done this in my introduction to DI class. But simply you have to convert this, use 10% and 1%. I have to make something percentage wise 8,500, I have to convert into 1116. 10% of 8,500 is 850. 1% 5. If I have to make 8,500 to 116, I have to basically get 13% approximately. 850 plus 85 into 3 times, I will get come to approximately 111. Answer here. Last question. It's about the average basic, not the gross pay. What was the average department? What will the percent average pay? Let's solve this. Conventional watch 5,000 average in the school was 25,000. 5,000 this 1,000. Now to this added, because there is no gross pay, there is no I don't have to consider transfer condition because we are only talking about base. The transfer from a lower department to a higher department, what gets impacted? Your allowance, because of which the gross pay will be impacted. Here we're talking only about the basic pay of two employees, 6,000 each. 1,000 into 12,000 plus 8,000, 45. What will be the average now? 45,000 upon 8, 5, 6, right? So this is my new average. This is full average. So what is the percent calculated? All right. So now we've done this. Let's move for different. Try to solve question 9 to 4. Read question 9. Then I'll show you 10, 11, 12. For the first question, 3 minutes. Solve 19. Okay, quickly, all the clues are in the form of if. I've done a detailed class on this panel, deductive logic class, did 1 hour class there. Out here, I'll quickly tell you the if A, then and let's say A happened, definitely because this is then B. But what if A does not happen? A does not happen. He says if Faisal presents, then so do Monica and Pooja. If Faisal will present, we know Monica and Pooja will present. But what if Faisal does not present, or in this case, not happen? Can't say that it will. Maybe, maybe not. Even if Faisal doesn't present, Monica and Pooja may or may not present. Now let's say if we've been given, because this is one of the cause. If A then B, one of the cause, not the only. Now let's say if it's given to us, we know that B happened. Or let's say some of the case it might be given that Monica and Pooja presented. From that, can we infer that Faiz would have presented? No, it maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. But if B did not happen, which Monica and Pooja had not presented, that means A would not have presented. Whenever you get a construct like if A then B, automatically you can deduce, this is given, the automatic deduction would be not B, not A. That's it. Now the combination that they can give throw at you is they can change the construct. So if A then B, they'll say if not A, not A, then B. Not A, then. But our deduction would remain the same. We know in this case, second deduction is if not B, then not A. But here, A is not simply A. A in itself is not A. So which means if B did not happen, A will not happen. A in this case is not A. So if not A did not happen, A. When we are given a construct like this, that if not A, then B, you can automatically make another deduction. Other deduction is that if not B, then A. Right? The third combination could be if A, then not B. In this case, the B is not B. If not B did not happen, and not B here is not B. So not B, which is not B, did not happen, which B happened. In this case, A will not happen. When it says if John presents that Kadir does not, it means if Kadir would present, then John will not. Then John will not. Yeah. And final combination could be if not A, then not B. So if B does not happen, and B in this case not B did not happen, which B happened, then A will not happen. A in this case not A. Are the three combinations. Are the three combinations. Yeah. Okay. Okay then. Let's if Faisal presents and so Monica is if not and Pooja not this one if John presents then Kadir does not and try if Kadir John will not if Kadir does not present then does does not Kadir. Guys, this becomes an important deduction. If Kadir is not presenting, Pooja has to present. If Pooja is not presenting, Kadir has to present. Which means at least at least one of them one of them at least one of them will present. It could also happen that both of them are presenting. Because it says if Kadir does not present, then Pooja does. But what if Kadir present? That we don't. From this, from number 3, from 3, we can conclude that at least one from Pooja and Kadir always present. This is important. Always important deduction. It also means that both can also present. From 2, on the other hand, from 2, what we can conclude, if John is presenting, then Kadir is not. If Kadir is presenting, John is not. Means at most one of them will present. At most one of them. It's quite possible that none of them also present. Right? That's the difference. Also, guys, if I combine 2 and 3, basically if John is presenting, Kadir is not, and if Kadir is not, then Pooja does. Basically 2 means if John, then Pooja, not the other way around. Can't say that if Pooja is presenting, then John will present. No, we can't say that. But if John is presenting, Kadir will not. If Kadir is not, then Pooja. If John is presenting, automatically we can infer that Pooja is presenting. Those of you who would be watching it for the first time, you might find it difficult because there's too much of information. I have broken down into its very small, simple parts in one of my session called deductive logic. I have given 2 hours to that topic there. I've taken step by step. Here I'm just doing that we are able to solve this. When we break it down, this is what all the conditions boil down to. What the boil down to, and now we have to answer the number 9. Which one of the following is a complete accurate answer for? When you're doing this question, guys, just take a photograph of conditions that you can have both the reference while you're answering. Following could. Okay. This one is out. Why this one out? Because we've already figured out that at least one between Pooja and J, at least one Pooja and J, Pooja and Kadir has to present. Here neither you have Pooja nor you have Kadir, so that is why this is out. Uh, why is this out? Why is B out, guys? Because if you have Faisal, you have M and P both. You do not have M. That is why this is out. Why is your C out? Why is your C out? Because when you have Lekha, you have either J or S, right? Or both. You neither have J, you neither have S. Out. See, again, I said, if this is the direction of arrow, guys. If Feather is there, you need to have M and P, but not the other way around. If M and P are there, that doesn't mean that Feather has to be there. M and P is there. Both Pooja and Kajal could be there. Shobit just comes. All the conditions are satisfied. Correct one. Question number 10th.
If Lekha and Kadir both present, then which one of the following could be true? If Lekha and Kadir both present, then which one of the following could let's look. Lekha and Kadir both present. So what do we get from this? There is Lekha, there is Kadir. Because there is Kadir, now you can't J can't be Kadir, can't have J. Now if L is because Lekha is there, either J or S or both should be. So because J is not there, with Lekha you will have S. These conditions mean if I use two conditions, what I get from this is that because Kadir is there, they can't be J. Because there is not J and L is there, so L has to go with S. The other deduction, if L and S are together, then you can't have M. Basically, you can't have M. See what we get. From this we know L and S and Q will definitely be there, J can't be there and M can't be there. Now which of the following could be true? Faisal presents? No, because if Faisal presents you need to have M and P both, M is out. Monica presents, that is out. Exactly 2 of the 7 representatives presents? No, you already have 3, 1, 2, 3. Obviously this is correct. I can have just these 3 present. Correct. 10th, the answer is D. 10th, the answer is 11th. Which of the following representatives could be the only one representative who presents? Which one of the following represent? Now we know at least one of P and K have to be there, right? So you can't have only Faisal, you can't have only Sean, you can't have only Sabir, but you can have only Qadir. 11th, 12th. Which one of the following cannot be? So the answer we've already figured out. Section here. If John presents, so basically if John presents, then Q will not present. Q will not, Pooja does. John is presenting, Pooja has to. Therefore, if you're saying John present but Pooja does not, that cannot. 13. If exactly two of the represent present, then which one of the following cannot be one of the present? Exactly two of the represent, then which one of the following represents one of the two who? So let's say one has to be either Q or P. So one will always be there. Now let's say exactly two. So can I have only Lekha? Because with Lekha you need to have at least one more. Lekha plus one will always be there. So this is 2 and plus 1 from this plus 1 cannot be Q or P. With Lekha, that plus 1 is either J or S. With Lekha, you can never have only two teams. You have to have at least three representatives. This is the case. Cannot. Lekha cannot. Number 14. If Faisal presents, then which one of the following must? Faisal present, following must. So if Faisal is there, Monica and this much. Just stop here. Following must be. At least three of the representatives present. Yes. Minimum you need three. It could have more than three also, but you can never have less than three. Therefore, this is the correct answer. All right. Okay. So now that we have done this, let's move to decision making. Again, you need to apply logic to this. So read this question and then I'll show you the question type. Basically, this is the question. But before that, I want you to set, set. Fortunately, because data is too, can't put same slide, otherwise it will be cluttered. I'll show you the question now. Which of the following options, if true, most likely interest Divya to start a franchise? Again, quickly read this. It's all about deciding whether to start franchisee or not. If I were to start a franchisee, where should I start the franchise? That is the question. Okay, quickly, if you just go through this, what has happened here? Profits are okay. Now, most of the people, they have tendency of, without reading the question, start doing the calculation. Please do not do that. Maybe the calculation, all I know, it's a decent model. You're getting 70% of the profits. You are expected to invest 20 lakhs. The sales revenue varying from 5 to 6 per month with a profit of 25 to 30%. One fourth. Okay, so decent amount. Basically, overall sense. And but I won't do the calculation. I quickly read the data. And my rentals at Kazipet. So basically, decision point is Kazipet and Jangaon and Warigal. Kazipet, Jangaon, Waringal. These three are the places where I can have my uh, franchisee. Uh, Kazipet was a business area, high-end retail format. This is business area, education hub. Plus, what about Jangaon? Growing lower middle class business area. Lower lower middle class is growing here. Business area. Warangal was residential. 30 to 40 square feet. Basically, here my rentals are double. Rentals are double here. So my sales revenue has to be consequently. If I want to make profitability, then my revenue has to be here because my rentals are double here. Okay. Divya's friend who lived in Jangaon told her that a few branded outlets were opening in Jangaon and it appeared to be the fastest growing market in Warangal. The highest percent as the Jangaon has the highest percent. But Divya was not in favor of Jangaon. Why? We don't know. She hoped to target college going crowd of Kazipet. Why is she not in favor of Jangaon? That is not given. Because she hoped to target college going crowd. Okay. High real estate price in Kazipet and lower profitability estimate. Okay. For making her confused. We were confused that Kazipet, maybe the revenue would be possible to get the revenue, but the real estate is expensive there. In Jangaon, the profitability estimate was lower side. When the costs were low, but still the profitability is low, so you are estimating that my sales will not be that great. Okay. Now we have to answer questions. Let's see. Which of the following options, if true, would most likely interest Divya to start a franchisee? Doctors of the area do not consider ice cream a major cause of obesity. Uh, I don't know uh, which. I don't know whether it's an important thing because not all the time people are very health conscious. Even if it was a concern, this is not a very major factor that will say, okay, doctors don't feel it's bad, so let me start a franchise. There could be other factors because of which my sales may not happen. So not a very great thing. A bank is ready to give her a quick loan. Okay, decent option because I need to start a business. Capital is taken care of. But again, now I'm not sure whether bank is giving loan for franchisee or is it giving willing to give loan to Divya because of her credit worthiness. Again, this may not be that reason to start a franchisee. My main starting this business, whether I succeed in this, we can charge high prices for our ice creams without losing customers. Without losing customers. Was of the opinion that my real estate cost is high here, but if I could increase my charges for ice cream without losing the customers, then I can take care of my profitability. Kazipet. So I'll keep it better than her friend who runs a restaurant recently in Kazipet is good business. Okay, so means the business is good, but this is restaurant. Can't say that I can correlate the same for this one. C is better than here. Projections I can charge more. In recent times, a couple of franchises shut down within months of starting. So, if at all, not likely to invest, is likely to demotivate. Off the lot is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following is least likely to demotivate Divya? Least likely to demotivate Divya. Following least likely to demotivate Divya. So the following is likely to investing a huge amount may not bring expected return. Demotivate. I mean, get expected will demotivate me. The bank would insist on loan repayment on a monthly basis. Monthly basis. Not demotivating thing because that's how normally EMI works. But I'll keep it here. A definitely goes. A definitely demotivates me. B is a fact, not demotivate me. The property renters would soon go up in Kazimits. Obviously, I was already worried about my real estate prices, which are current prices. If they still go up, then definitely demotivate me. Also demotivate. Unlike Hyderabad, people in Kazipet doesn't seem to like rollover ice cream. Definitely demotivate me. A negative perception for the brand. Finally, rollover franchisee in Hyderabad is making huge profits. Between E and B, uh, this will this is not demotivating me per se, right? Uh, but this would definitely not demotivate me because I know that in some other place this is a huge success. So maybe it will be a success story of a brand which I'm about to start a franchise in. Not demotivate me. E will be the correct answer. Correct answer. 17. What could be the most likely reason for Divya opting for Kazipet? So Kazipet, she was worried about the real estate prices. That's it. What could be the most likely reason for Divya opting for Kazipet? Let's see. Spiraling real estate prices. This would demotivate me, right? Then, uh, then no branded outlets likely to come up in Jangaon. This is giving me a negative for Jangaon, not a positive for Kazipet. If I decide to start a franchise for sure, maybe I'll go for Kazipet now. So I'll keep it for a while. High percentage of teenagers in Kazipet attracted rollover ice cream. Okay. Uh, High percentage of teenagers Kazipet attracted rollover ice cream. Fair enough. What was she targeting? Kazipet target something. She hoped to target college going crowd. So her goal is to target college going crowd. This is definitely there. I'll keep it for a while. Basically now C is better than B. High percentage of teenagers in Kazipet attracted to rollover ice cream. I don't know what is the percentage, as in what is the population of teenagers. Let's see. High density of population in both Warangal and at any. She felt college going crowd is excited about the latest ice cream. Felt college going crowd is excited about the latest in ice cream. So now between C and E, high percentage of teenagers in Kazipet attracted to ice cream felt college going uh, crowd is excited about the latest in ice cream. Now the thing is you have to give the reason for Divya to opting for Kazipet. Now this come across as a fact, then this come across as an opinion which may not be a fact, but we have to tell the reason where that will motivate. If Divya is of the opinion that this would happen, then she would be inclined to go for Kazipet because she wanted to target college going crowd. She felt they are excited about the latest in ice. That is the target segment that she was targeting, and this will motivate her to go for that. But let's say if it were a rational thing, again this is a fact. But out here we'll mark E. Mark E. Okay. Question number 18. Which of the following the most important criteria? So the following is the most important criteria for Divya to consider such a business, such a business situation. I do this, but not be able to sustain it. Consistent increase in the number of customers. That is always revenue is also always important. Range and variety of ice cream flavors, customer availability of space in premium locality. Again, if you don't have customers, out of you. Availability of loan again. 18th, the answer was B. Now, the last set of the day. Take the case. Yeah, so you got the case select. Here goes the question. What is your answer? I think in this case, first of all, it says combination of, right, and they are given three. So, and you have to retain, keep the prospective customers. Definitely, first one, you're asking them to seek similar products from competition, right? So this definitely cannot be my answer. This gone. The way I solve such question is I look at the best possible approach and the worst possible approach. I look at extreme, and then I figure the answer, because the best will help me to figure out with, let's say, the best answer here, and the worst will help me to eliminate. So one, I know it's the worst possible thing that you can do. So this is gone. Get second, suggest the dealers to accept booking for limo, announcing the launch within 6 months booking, while in reality plan to keep postponing. Now this is not an ethical way of doing business. As I said, one of the values of decision making is ethical, right? This is not a moral way of doing it. Thing that you will not be able to launch it. So blocking the capital of the customers doesn't make sense. Two is definitely out for me. So at this, now this has the correct answer. The correct answer. Okay, last question of the day. What do you think? So there is one customer who likes the product so much that he is willing to wait. Allocation. What could you do? There is a customer, a sales that you can do. So you have to be business oriented, but ethical business oriented. So now this person is willing to deposit. Let's eliminate the ones which doesn't make sense. First, this doesn't make sense. Collect the amount from Murugan. Later, when the delivery is delayed, blame it on RAC's problems. No, you are a stakeholder in the company. You are as much a part of the company as the company itself. So you represent the company. You're a brand of the brand endorser of the company. So you cannot do this. Not collect the amount. This is again, you're losing business. You have to do business also. Now it's the matter of how much money should you collect. Now see, the more the amount you're able to collect from the customer, the more the chances of the person to stay with you, right? Because there has to be a value that he's blocking with you so that he doesn't move to the competition. Let's say if I only invest 1,000 rupees, then my chances of not waiting with you will increase. On the other hand, if I block a larger chunk of amount with you, I would stay with you. I would stick with you. But then from my side, the responsibility is that I should be transparent, that it might take time to get your car. So now between 50% and 100%, whatever the person is willing to invest, I would like to get as much higher amount as possible, so that will increase the probability of the person to stay with me. But I'm also clarifying delivery, and the price is subject to the company policy. Therefore, B becomes the correct choice. Is our answer. Okay, so with that, I end my today's session. I hope you enjoyed it, you liked it, and you learned something. Guys, if you're not on Unacademy, you're missing out on something really great. There are lots of brilliant teachers, best in the country, right? So be on Unacademy's app or on the web form, but explore the platform. There's no cost involved in exploring the platform. I'm sure you'll fall in love with the platform, the content. It would help you, let's say, achieve your goals in terms of cracking your. If you're not already there, do there. Once you do there, start exploring the app. You fall in love, you will upgrade yourself. When you upgrade yourself, use my code, which is Anand11. You get discount from using my code. I get validation that what I'm doing on the channel is being appreciated by the student. So with that, I end my session. I see you again soon. Till that time,